I just want to wish you a borderline wonderful year. And hopefully this year you'll be able to reach some goals, some new goals. In case you haven't yet had the chance yet to think about some goals yet, I want to give you just a few ideas. These are ideas that I came up with that I'm going to incorporate into my life this year. And I think that if you are a human being, you should probably do these. If you're not, don't worry about that. But if you're a human, you're breathing, you're alive, you should definitely consider these 7 goals that I've come up with on my own, with a little bit of support, from just some people that make things possible. Here are my 7 goals. You're welcome to jot these down or just remember them or memorize them. Goal number 1. It's very, 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 very important to breathe. We all know that. So this year I'm going to take 12 more breaths per day. And, I'm thinking that that's going to add up and give me a better quality of life. So that's the first one. The second one has to do with food. This is amazing. I've heard that each American consumes 6 trillion fries every year, and that the fat content of those fries could fill the Atlantic Ocean twice. So my second goal is to eat 1 less fry at every fast food meal, and I think that that's going to make a big dent in my fry consumption, my fat consumption. There's also something that I think a lot of people just miss out on. It's a very easy goal to reach. And so my goal number 3 is to win the lottery. And I didn't know this until just recently, that the way you win the lottery is by guessing the right combination of numbers. And I'm pretty good with numbers, so I'm pretty hopeful that this one's going to come true. You may want to consider it, because sometimes you can win like millions of dollars or like hundreds. It's crazy. Goal number 4. This one also is not one that you just naturally think of, but my goal for this year is to speak to people, like to use words to communicate with them, especially when they ask me a question, because I've heard that it's rude not to answer people back. And, my wife's like, oh, please, talk to me when I ask you a question. And after all these years, I think she's on to something. So that's going to be one of my goals. Another goal, this one really bothers me. I think that we've lost our way in America, because there's a holiday that gets neglected, which should be the most important day of the year. It's Arbor Day. It's a day to celebrate trees. And if you think about it, nothing would exist without trees. No television, no guitars. I mean, you think about like no food, no money, like the internet. I mean, we wouldn't have the internet without trees. And so I want to celebrate Arbor Day this year, and I want all of us to make a point to like make that a big day. There's something else. This is a way to help the earth. If you're into like green stuff, not like boogers and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying, right? So if we could just like only take the amount of napkins, at a fast food place, like only take the amount of napkins that you're actually going to use. Because here's another amazing statistic I just learned, that in America we throw away more than twice the number of napkins that are produced every year. I don't even know how that's possible. So we need to get this one under control. And then my last goal is, this is going to seem a little self-serving, but it's not. It's for you. I'm doing this for you. I want you to be generous this year to me and Steve. Okay? I would like for you to support us financially, And here's why: because we are doing important work, because they say that laughter is the best medicine. And so, if you think about it, in a way, Steve and I are responsible for a lot of good health in this world. In fact, we may be part of the cure to cancer. And so, by supporting us, you are really, in essence, supporting cancer research and cancer, cures. I mean, seriously. So, I hope I've given you some things to think about. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, what time is it? And I understand that, but what I want you to do is like to think about something else, and that is to think about these goals, 7 goals. I want you to commit to them and do them every day for the next year. And then if you do that, I personally guarantee that within 30 days of accomplishing all of these goals, that you will then realize the potential that you have summoned of the stars and such in the sky. Like, the hero lies within you, and you will be like transported into like this world of rainbows and unicorns, and like fruit will be everywhere you look, like with jelly beans, and like you won't even have to wash clothes anymore, because you'll be so like enlightened that you can walk naked and people won't even see you as naked. They will see you as like an amazing spiritual being of immense power and light.